I'm Joshua Garner with the Men's Health Network. We're here today at the National Healthy Start Association Summit on Fatherhood in Washington, D.C. I am standing here with Mr. Rodney Moore of the New Haven Family Alliance. Is it a center or?
It's the New Haven Family Alliance. It's just exactly that.
And it's in Connecticut.
Right, New Haven, Connecticut.
All right. Can you tell us first about some of the work you do with the Alliance? I understand you do work with parents, men and women who have kind of trying to get back into their kids' lives. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. We basically work with the majority of our fathers that come from incarceration, that old child support, or that are not involved in their child's lives. So what we try to do is we try to get them acclimated with their families, especially with their children. Some of them owe child support, and we try to work that out too, where that's not a barrier or an issue for them. But the main thing is to get them involved with their children.
What is the biggest barrier for these men, or in some cases women, as they try to get more involved with their families and their children?
Well, in Connecticut, it's the laws basically, because a lot of our fathers believe that Connecticut is a woman's state. But the barrier that I see the most of is just that a lot of our fathers are not strong enough to handle the issues or even accept the fact of what happened to them. So the marijuana use has really been an issue, because a lot of my fathers would rather smoke marijuana than accept the responsibility and then do what they have to do to stay involved with their child. So.
And how does the Alliance kind of work these fathers through these issues so they can be more active in their children's lives?
We basically just try to give them a lot of support through support groups, through different parenting classes, through parenting skills, and just being that particular role model and letting them know that we're always there for them. We will walk them to the courthouse to help them through the situation. We'll walk them to their lawyer. We'll walk them to the magistrates. Whatever we need to do to help them and be a support to them to get them in that road, we take whatever steps we need to do.
What would you recommend for fathers who are in this situation where they're coming out of incarceration or some kind of court system and they want to be more involved in their child's lives? What is the first thing you recommend for them to do?
I would recommend that if they go to court, just find out what fatherhood programs are out there and what are the best ones, and find out what they actually want to do for themselves when it comes to their family, and then try to seek out whoever is out there willing to give them that support. There's a lot of agencies out there working with fathers, and whatever it is you want to do as a father to get acclimated with your children and their family, then find the one and just stick with it.
Now, how does your alliance, is that a government funded? Is it with the courts? Is it a nonprofit? How do you guys exist?
We're nonprofit, and we do get funds from Healthy Start, and we get them also from federal funds. But the majority of we just definitely just, I guess I'm just going to say it's basically nonprofit, and I think everything that we do is basically coming from the nonprofit set. So, yeah.
All right. Well, is there anything else you think we should know about the Alliance and what you guys do?
Well, Family Alliance, we definitely, and it speaks for itself, even though we get fathers that come in, but our agency is called the New Haven Family Alliance. So actually we're working with that entire family. So if he comes and his brother has issues, or if his son has issues, if his nephew has issues, and they're all in the same household, we tackle the whole family, whether it is, if it starts off with the child support, it may end up being a DCF case with his little nephew or his brother or something like that.
And what's a DCF case?
Department of Children and Families. When they, some places call it Department of Youth and Services, but in New Haven, it's Department of Children and Families.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, and we appreciate it.